Good morning, everybody, and this is your SP 500 setups for today. So we are still very much in a channel. We did get core retail sales come out yesterday, which were better than expected, but the market still fell off. Now, there's a lot of noise with certain people in the industry, specifically uh, Michael Burry. And if those of you followed that movie, The Big Short, I read a comment yesterday which actually probably sums it up the best. He's the guy that called 20 of the last two, let's call them crashes. Okay, so he tends to be very bearish all the time, but he's just loaded up on a lot of puts. So his majority of his portfolio right now is short. So read into that what you may. Doesn't necessarily mean that the market's going to crash. It just means that Mr. Burry seems to believe that we're going to have a fairly decent pullback, and he is loaded up on the puts. So puts are relatively cheap when you look at it, not an actual short. He's not selling short, he's just loading up a put. So for me at the moment, that there is some merit to that, and you can see this channel, we're testing the bottom of the channel again. We are in between all the moving averages here on the 8 hours, so there's still, we've got to break below the 150 EMA here, come back and test it before we even get to that point. And we do have a little bit of structure here that we have now closed below. You can see here, and then we have this level where we are now, which is pretty much this tail here. So we've got a fairly strong zone here. If you drop down to the weekly, you're going to see quite a bit of chaos on my charts. Seem to be having some teething problems with the new setup. But anyway, that is because the bearish. So 3 bearish candles in a row at the moment. There's a lot going on. Oscillators group to the upside. So this does look like we are looking for some kind of a pullback. But V reversals are rare, so I don't expect this thing just to fall to the floor. I do expect it to find some structure somewhere, and then sort of attempt a second high at least. If that fails, then I'll be convinced and be looking at what some of the big bears are thinking of at the moment. Anyway, we do have Fed minutes today as well, which let's see what's hidden in there, and we can take it from there. So 3 hour, still very much, we've had a big up and then a big down this week so far. As far as I'm concerned, this channel is very much what we should be paying attention to, and not worrying too much about anything else. The trend is down right now in the 3 hour and below, so you should be looking to just follow this to the downside, and you're looking for shorts, but I'm not looking to hold shorts at the moment. So with all of that being said, where is our entry point? And you can see yesterday's price action. It was looking like we were going to get going to the upside, and then we had this big move down during the European session for something, and then we sort of gradually just continue to the downside. So I think 15-minute is obviously what we need to be paying attention to. And when you start looking at the levels, this is the first one. That's 444. And then there is another little one just above it. And remember, we want to put all 3 in. So there's a little zone there. However, I'm just going to take this level here because that there looks to be the most juiciest opportunity. But we did test it twice yesterday. So you can see we tested it twice there and then dropped below it. So we didn't come back and test the zone. So first prize is going to be a test of 44.48. 44.50 area, could go as high as that, or you could also come back up here, but I think that's pretty much what we're looking for. Alternatively, you're looking for 4444, and I'd be watching the bottom of this channel here, and this is what is interesting here at 44.33. Look at the oscillators as well. So break below this is really going to get interesting, because that would break the channel. And if you come up to the higher time frame again, a break of the channel would be interesting, because I would still expect to move down, and then I would expect to move back into here to come and test it, because remember the 8-hour 150 EMA is in this area. And if you look to the left, you can see been some interest here, been rejections here before, and I don't think we're going to have to go back quite far for anything else. But you can see the swing highs here. There's the chaos that we're flirting with at the moment. So dropping below this zone here, you look to the left, there's nothing really left to catch us. And then you have a number of gaps to the downside, which are going to start becoming attractive. So yeah, that's kind of my view at the moment. Not entirely convinced that we have turned on the daily and the weekly, or the 8-hour yet. So to me, this is still a pullback on the daily, and this is the area of structure. So if we get through this, you can see nothing really else close by, except when we start looking sort of down there. So that would be the next level, which is around 43.63. So this level is fairly crucial. And when you look at it like this, you've got the opportunity for a move and a break of this structure, and a pretty big move down to this area here. So that's around 880 pips. So that's 43.65 would be the next area to be paying attention to. And then that starts swinging the market on the 8-hour. So that's kind of my view at the moment. Get down to lower time frames, watch what's happening, and pay attention to this area. Just bear in mind you've got noise this afternoon or this evening for us, and that noise could very well just break all the structure and shoot to the top as well. So just be cautious and wait for the structure, wait for the signals, inside bars, engulfing bars, or pin bars on the level before you start looking at it. And also be cautious because you're at the bottom of the channel right now. So it's going to help to be more cautious than normal, and wait for the structures, wait for the setup. Anyway, that's it for me today. I hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.